not having any problem out there. So yeah, today I guess we're gonna be having less people joining because one, we didn't do the farmer sold the last week, so they might think that DeFi land is not doing anything anymore, so we give up. That's reason number one. Reason number two could be that they joined actually, so like a lot of familiar faces joining and they just leaving because I was not speaking as it turns out. But yeah, it's gonna be really cozy little nice AMA today then, and I'm gonna share some information with you how everything went at the Breakpoint, and yeah. But before that, I'm gonna do another giveaway of another 50k DFL, which I do believe is a nice prize for the really loyal people who are just right now listening. I believe like there are the people who cannot make it. I mean, like I believe like majority of OGs and the community members are not who are not here are just because they cannot make it because of the work or the time that currently we're having the farmer souls is not really applicable for them. But yeah, the time zone is a thing. Hey, congratulations to the Crazy Baba on the win as well. So yeah, I guess as the winter time is, yeah, actually that's pretty, that could be a thing as well. I mean, like right now it's 3 p.m. UTC, right? Like that's how we should actually think about it, right? It's 3 p.m. UTC, and it changes from time to time. It might be if you live somewhere, it could be 2 p.m. Now, and like several weeks ago, it could be like 1 p.m. Right? That's I believe you guys are referring to, but yeah, we'd always I believe like during the last 2 years as well and 3 years. The reason why we're not changing to the winter time is the thing that it could potentially could even create some more kind of problems, because like we're always saying that we're doing 3 p.m. UTC. So 3 p.m. UTC is a time when we always go for. So to know what time is 3 p.m. UTC for you currently, you should go and Google like 3 p.m. UTC to your time zone, and you're gonna know like when Farmer Sold is starting. But also you can actually make sure that go and check the events, and there is always like you can check that there as well. So with that being said, we actually crazy about you won. I just actually saw that it's first time you winning, right? See, like that's the kind of motivation for showing up every single day, because see, you were not believing you could win, and now you won 50k DFL instead of 10k. So it's like you won 5 times. That's the thing. Yeah, daylight saving. Yeah, that's what I was referring to as like winter time change. But I'm not sure. Should we do an hour late as well? But it could be potentially an additional kind of misunderstanding as well. But yeah, I'm like we didn't really have much problem during the last years as well, I believe. So it should be like the 1 or 2 farmer souls. It should take 1 or 2 farmer souls for the people to adapt to this, I believe. Changing 1 hour later could be a little bit problem. Yeah, currently that's what we do. Like we're matching UTC time, 3 p.m. UTC. It's like how we always announced as well, and on the socials or on the banners as well. If you check like on the YouTube, it's like always 3 p.m. UTC time. So I guess that's how we go in with that. So I'm gonna, before I start like share more about like how Breakpoint went and everything, I'm gonna just like start with the chemo questions that are 10, and maybe there are some questions about the Breakpoint as well. And if not, if there is, I'm gonna cover these questions. But if there is not, I'm gonna actually go and talk more about that as well. So hey chemo, thanks for dropping the questions. More and more pictures of baby alpacas are being posted on DeFi and Twitter, which some close to now found connections. So yeah, that's actually a good thing. So you guys, and thanks for noticing that. So the reason why we are kind of creating these small, short videos of alpacas is 2 things. People are loving it. Like we're also uploading that on the YouTube. We're also doing it in our local additional alt account as well on Instagram. and we're getting really, really nice feedback from the people. Especially kids are loving the visuals. That's what I can say. And that's actually something that we believe is additional potential for the alpacas as well. As you guys know, we're launching the toys. We are planning to do the action figures and merch and all this different stuff. And potentially the additional boost for the sales of the toys could be the shorts and the videos and the kind of brand and kind of IP for the kids. So that's what I would experimenting on and kind of seeing if the kids and their parents as well are loving the baby almighty alpacas. And I do believe it has really unique kind of the brand, right? Like there are a bunch of different kind of ways, like different animals and plushes and so on. But I do believe that alpacas are pretty unique, but also like the racing alpacas, which are this cute, this shape, and like have this kind of, like we have two different characters, right? There are babies and the bigger alpacas. The bigger alpacas are like more like busy, the adults, like the parents, and the babies are like really actual babies. So I do believe it's actually kind of a suitable kind of thing that, like, for example, the plan is this. Hear me out. So baby almighty alpaca NFTs as well as the toys will be directed to the kids, the children, and the almighty alpaca NFTs, but also the toys of almighty alpaca NFTs will be directed to their parents. So like within these short videos, we're trying to build this kind of connection that when, like, let's say family watches these videos, they feel like, hey, I'm actually this parent, like the grown almighty alpaca, and my baby is actually really behaving like exactly the baby almighty alpaca. So we want to kind of create that kind of connection. When like people see that kind of videos, they will want to buy the toys as well because it's something that kind of aligns with them. So I guess we're doing a really nice job on that, and we are like kind of having the kind of several meetings as well in coming weeks. The goal is to close the deal by the end of this year with the kind of manufacturers in our country of the toys as well, and the retail kind of toy companies, and see how it goes. But I do believe there is a huge potential out there. But to answer your question, actually, why there are some kind of this colored alpacas that are not in the Baby Almighty Alpaca collection as an NFTs, it's because it's for something new and something else that like will align with the toys. So yeah, that's the thing. We are not planning to launch a new Baby Almighty Alpacas or whatsoever. We are not diluting the current market or the NFTs or the price or whatever. It's something for the new that we're planning, we're building, and we believe it has a huge potential as well. But of course, the main goal is you guys, the current existing community, the current existing holders, and also the players. So that's the thing. But yeah, those Baby Almighty Alpacas will not be able to run, so Baby Almighty Alpacas are not for racing. So that's for sure. You should grow them if you want to race. That's 100% confirmed. They might have additional utility once again, but it will not be racing in the Alpaca Dash. That's for sure. Could the little snippets of BAA videos interesting must be a piece of anyway? Yeah, actually, yeah. You just asked the second question about that. So the goal is to kind of have, as we go, to have a YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and like all those social media pages for Almighty Alpacas, and have like this short videos, but also potentially like several minute long videos as well. Could be educational ones, could be just funny ones, could be something for the kids to love, so on. So basically that's something that we're trying to build the brand around on that as well, if it makes sense. So yeah, that's the goal. Like you guys tell me as well, and let me know if you guys like the colors or the animations or like the vibe in the videos as well. If you have some feedback, we would love to take in that as well. If you guys have kids, or if you are like the parents as well, and if it's something that it will be even more beneficial and worse to hear from you, because we believe it's like that's the target audience with the toys and those kind of videos as well. Like we had like many mothers actually reaching out in our DMs, like in my DMs actually from our community, that they loved the kind of videos, because like if you're a parent or if you have gone through that, you know, like it's kind of hard to find the content that is cute, is not kind of something that promotes bad stuff or is fun or whatsoever for the kids. that you also enjoy. So that's like the gap that we're trying to fill with that. But we'll see how that goes. You guys know we love experiments. We love to kind of experiment in many different verticals, and I believe that's one of those as well. But I'm pretty feeling that well. So let's see. Street racing tracks will be available at the game launch. So 2 will be for sure. Like the main map currently that we have, the Golden Glades, and another one will be Desert coming. The new map will be Desert, and the next map will be the Tundra, like the snowing map. So 2 like Desert and the Golden Glades is for sure, and the Tundra is still in development. Like as we have a bunch of different things all the time to do, it's still in development. But like Desert and Golden Glades are 2. How many tracks are planned ready in the months following the launch? So yeah, like after the launch, they're gonna be like the snow map, and then we have the this map which gonna be near the sea, like the beach map basically. And then we also have for the Thieves map, we wanna do like something really unique, which gonna be the underwater map. Like if you have like the Mario Smash cards and like Mario cards and so on, like the underwater kind of world kind of map, which I would believe gonna be really beautiful. Like you're gonna be racing in the kind of tube under the water, which is transparent, and you're gonna be able to see all the fishes swimming in like all the different stuff as well. So that's the goal, and the goal is to add like not really every single week or whatsoever. The goal is not to add a lot of maps, but we don't want to. So our focus is not adding the maps. So we want to add the maps which have the maps which are really memorable and something that you want to by heart, like all the different details. You know that on the right side of this track there is a tree which looks like this, or whenever you see the image on the internet, you just instantly recognize that that's actually Golden Glades. It's like that's kind of the goal that we're going with this one. So instead of launching many like 10s and 20 maps, we're gonna be more conservative on rolling out the new maps, and we're gonna try to have them really unique, really memorable, and really kind of exciting to watch the races. So I guess like not even every month, but even more like could be one in 2 or 3 months, or could be even less frequently, because like once again that's the reasoning how we're going with that. How will the alpacas be trained? So there is no training, so that's something for sure. The way that you are training basically, or leveling up your alpaca, let's say, that's the right way to say it, is by racing it. So there is no like training. It's not the play to earn, right? So it's not an offline game. It's not something that you do with the environment, right? It's like you cannot improve the stats, but there are several things you can do. You can level up your alpaca, unlock new skills, unlock new skill trees, level up that way, and just use them in the races. So the way that you unlock and kind of progress with your alpaca is by playing the game. Maybe in the future we launch something like another game on the mobile, let's say, like could be the manager kind of application where you train them and have fun, and maybe even dialogues, or it could be like different things. But currently Alpaca Dash, there is no training. Has Alpaca Dash been built to be multi-chain ready, or isn't it? So yeah, it's pretty much multi-chain ready. I would say, of course, there are several things that will need to be changed and adapted, but it's really, really, really little that needs to be adapted, unlike DeFi land. So let's say if we have to go to another chain, I guess 2 to 3 weeks, I would say max, to kind of launch fully on the new chain. But the thing, I guess, is that Solana has done a lot of improvements, right? From the perspective of technology and sustainability, and having it operational and not really going down. Even though, of course, you can say that there is no bull market right now, there is no huge activity right now, and that's why Solana hasn't gone down. Maybe, but we don't know that. But I believe that it has done really nice updates, and I believe in the network, I believe in the communities, and I believe that Solana is definitely a thing. Even if you are Solana hater, you cannot deny that after Bitcoin and Ethereum, there is Solana that is most popular within the retail, but also within the developers, and it's one of the most discussed as well in the crypto Twitter as well. So I believe Solana is a safe kind of bet. So we're betting on that. So we know everything around Solana. We have been here for 3 years, so currently we have no plans to go multi-chain since the beginning. But hey, I'm not gonna say never on the things that potentially might make sense. So if it makes sense and we have to, or we decide to, we might go multi-chain, but very easily with the Alpaca Dash. Multi-chain, more projects will be able to join the race at the same time, being their fans back to play. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. The cool thing is that the way that we're building the Alpaca Dash is that potentially we can even enable Ethereum and Solana players to race against each other. So it's not that you have to be Solana user or Ethereum user. The goal definitely with Alpaca Dash, if you have seen our pitch deck, is to have something that is unique. So no matter are you coming from Facebook, are you logging in with Google or MetaMask or Phantom, you should be able to play with each other. So are you mobile player using the software wallet within the Saga phone, or are you the guy playing with the MetaMask on the web? You should be able to play together. So that's gonna go. We'll see if it makes sense or not, but that's the goal that we currently have. We might have to pivot from that, but as of now, that's how we approach the thing. How many NFTs have shown an interest in giving up as utility from Solana to the blockchain? We have not really reached out to any. We just have 2 NFTs that we have just broadly talked about that, and they love that, because there is no reason why any project on Solana or Ethereum will deny that, right? Because we are giving them utility, not vice versa. So we are giving their NFTs ability to be utilized in our game, and not vice versa. So if you are an NFT project, there is actually no reason to deny that and not do the partnership, because you are actually rewarding your holders with an additional utility that you didn't really even have to build, and you're getting for free, right? So that's the thing. I believe it's gonna be just really easy as long as we're ready to implement new collections and we're able to kind of handle all those stuff. Then we're gonna go and reach out and do the due diligences and business development on that side to bring the best of the best NFT collections in there. But right now we are not going for that, and the reason why we're not going for that is that we have to make sure the game itself, with alpacas itself, are amazing, are thrilling. The experience is something that you want to come to back every single day. And then what we're planning to do is to make sure that the technology is the foundation is right? The animations or the sounds or every single UI or UX flows. There are no flows. I mean, there could be some flows, but not really huge ones. Once we confirm everything and once we test with the many players and it's a public testing and publicly live, then we can go and just do and bring new communities and new NFT collections to the game as well. Which NFTs can be used with the mobile version of DeFi and is released? All. So yeah, generated NFTs will be able to used. So yeah, we're not launching a new collection with that or something. We would love to have the same community members and same players with same NFTs to play the mobile. But of course, new people to come in and join as well. But yeah, you'll be able to utilize that. Is a new version of the DeFi website in the pipeline? So yeah, it's been in pipeline for a long time already. That's what I'm gonna say. We want to rebrand DeFi and websites as well, and kind of to make them together on the same kind of platform to have everything in the same way, like to create a hub around DeFi and services. But yeah, it's been a while because we don't have much resource, and from designer perspective as well. So yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's in pipeline, but we are not sure when we're gonna pull the trigger on that one, if it makes sense. Thanks a lot for your questions, Kimo, and yeah, I'm gonna DM me you as well because you've been kind of asking nice questions for a long time already. And I'm going to send you 50K as well today because, yeah, thanks for your questions. Then we had my mic or my Discord not working. Then 2 giveaways. Then we had G Luke asking for, can we do one DFL giveaway? Not sure if anyone, like, instead of one, why not 50K, right? That's the thing. To share stuff about the Hyperdrive participation in Solana Foundation connection. Did we already receive funding from them? So yeah, about that as well. That's a nice question as well. So as you guys know, on previous Farmer Souls, I actually mentioned that we are joining the current going hackathon as well, and we believe that we're gonna win that. It turns out that we were overqualified for that. So before the announcement of the winners, like a week before that, the Colleen, the Solana Foundation lead on the project side and the ecosystem side, basically, especially on the gaming, he actually kind of DM'd me and we kind of had a call. And it turns out that we actually like just wanted to kind of have a call with me just to explain the situation. So he explained that not even DeFi, and let's say if it was not developed by even DeFi, let's say the Alpaca Dash, and Alpaca Dash is too overqualified for the gaming track on the Solana Hackathon because it's been in development for a little bit longer, that they would love to kind of reward the people for the hackathon. And it's also something that people also know about, and it's hackathon is for finding new projects and new people and so on and so on. So basically, they said that we would win if it was something that we started like in September or in August kind of thing. But unfortunately, we started a little bit like by the start of this year kind of thing. So we were overqualified for that. But from the submissions kind of perspective, if we were not overqualified, we were getting the number one prize for sure. But that's the reality. Actually kind of expected that, to be honest, as well, because that's fair, I believe, because like, let's say if I'm a hackathon participant, like from my other perspective, and I'm just like starting to build something in September and the hackathon ends in October, so I have to just build something in 1 month, and I'm like sole developer, or we are 2 or 3 developers building some kind of indie game, and then like there is a almighty Alpaca team coming with like Irvin and like the 20 other people working on that for a year, and just kind of storming and just kind of stomping everyone out would be unfair. And I 100% get that. So there is no problem with that. And regarding Solana Foundation connection, we have also like we were kind of trying to get the kind of funding from them, but also turns out that at the Breakpoint we also kind of had a meeting with Solana Foundation team like several times as well. We also crossed on the side events as well, and we chatted and it turns out that they are not investing in the Solana projects anymore, because Foundation is trying not to kind of align themselves the way with the money giving. It's basically funding something, so that's kind of what it means. But they are okay with giving a grant. So I guess we're gonna take the grant. And the reason why we would love to take the grant as well is not to like get like, let's say they're gonna give us $50K and we're gonna be making a lot of money from that. But it's actually something that with that 50K, let's say, or whatever the money amount will be for a grant, is something that we're gonna say that we are the team that Solana Foundation believes in, and we are the team that proves that Solana Foundation also loves. So that's something that we are trying to get, and we're gonna be getting that as well. And that's like the relationship that we have with Solana Foundation. So we have really nice relationship with them, especially with their gaming team. And yeah, like that's at the end of the day, that's it. At the end of the day, the goal with Solana Foundation is not to take the money, but actually use them and their connections to make alpacas and DeFi land and all the different things that we do popular. So like, let's say if a Solana Foundation loves our game, and you guys know that they love because they're playing and posting on Twitter as well, they will be sharing, they will be kind of showing to the different people, even institutional funds and the institutional different investors. And that's something that we're looking for, not just like getting the money. Yeah, and that's the connection we both like share, me and our team and Solana Foundation team, and that's great to be on the same page. Personally, I prefer the videos of videos you do that are actual memes compared to just random renders. Yeah, I mean, like that's additional content as well. I believe the memes are also pretty cool stuff to do as well, and that doesn't mean that we cannot do both. The something that why we're going this content like last how long, like last 2 months, I guess. Am I guys liking like my voice? Because like Discord is showing me like the random like red signals. Like Discord is showing me like that I'm having like packet loss. Can you guys confirm that my voice is hearable? Someone? Anyone? Or like am I just chopping from time to time? Your package is fine. So yeah, then I guess Discord is kind of having some is playing with me. So yeah, the reason why we're going with this content just experiment to just kind of validate our assumptions, and then we're gonna be just taking the content like two different ways. Like the one gonna be like family friendly, kids friendly kind of channel. They're gonna be like separate thing that we're gonna be focusing on that, but also they're gonna be like the memes and traditional and like the educational and like those kind of things as well on the other side. So me personally, right now, like if I was to kind of choose which one I would love to go for or have more fun with, is definitely and memes, definitely, and kind of going with trends and stuff. But like there is additional reasons why we're going with this renders as well, as of now. Baby Epic Cartoon Show, yeah, that's the end, the goal I would say with this. Is racing membership still coming? Yes, that's also the thing, but not on the public beta, but like after the launch of the game publicly, not the beta, but the launch. Does each map racing have unique music? Yes, you're gonna have unique music as well. Is there a way to make posts show it people local time zones? Probably better than. That's actually how it works. Like if you click on the events, the Brooklyn already answered you, but like I'm just gonna repeat. If you click on the events on the left top corner, you're gonna see in what time with your clock it actually gonna be starting. So that's the thing to go. Do we expect to have more frequent races in the live gamers? 100% there will be way more frequent races because of several reasons. Currently, you're not racing for money. You're not racing for anything at all. So it's like not really great and it's boring. Like you might do like for several times, but you have no financial or emotional kind of connection with the races because you don't win or you don't lose nothing, right? You're going to DM me, hey, I'm out of coins. I'm going to give you more coins to test. So that's the thing. You mean... You mean like how? Yeah, I actually thought like, do we expect more players to play the game, kind of thing? But yeah, but also on that side, yeah, we're gonna be launching like way more as well, and also you'll be able to join like a day ahead as well. Like let's say not just like 4 hours ahead, but also we're gonna be having like day ahead that you can join like tomorrow's race, like starting in 20 hours, let's say. So that's the goal, and 100%. There's a seals called Sealook. I'm gonna check that out as well for sure, and I believe those kind of things are something that I believe are pretty beneficial from a financial perspective as well, but also can have a really huge effect as well as on the NFTs, as well as the price and everything, and like just brandability and like just how many people know about your project and how many people are just like, of course they're not gonna join the kids and their parents might not join the Discord and just gonna play Alpaca Dash, but like some will buy the toys, some will do like get the NFT to kind of have like this cute visuals and not utilize them, but just have as PFPs. There will be different kind of use cases, and we're trying to go for those people and not just limit ourselves. Let's say we're just the gaming, right? Because that's like how you actually do the stuff. And episodes are like 1.5 minutes. That's also cool, and I believe that's like really engaging. You don't have to kind of create like a Disney movie, right? There is no need for that. I mean, like Disney is doing an amazing job. I wish I could create Disney-like movies, but there is no need for that. We can do other stuff as well, and I believe we can do that well. So we're gonna be going for this kind of stuff. Where are you reading the questions from? You sort of runs through them really quickly and mumble, so I can tell you what are you answering. Oh, that's I take that as kind of offensive. I mean, like, not offensive, but it's kind of hurts. You mumble and I can tell what you're answering. Oh, you mean, oh, yeah, I'm mumbling the questions. Yeah, that's true. Am I mumbling the answers as well? If you think I'm mumbling the answers as well, then it hurts me. Definitely, I'm speaking a little bit fast, but like mumbling, that's too much. But yeah, I'm reading the questions from this place that you are just currently looking at, the channel, the question channel. But I'm just trying to not read the entire question out loud because everyone can see that as well. So I'm just gonna reading to myself, mumbling, if it makes sense. My question: make like a shark, do baby shark, but all alpaca version. Yeah, it could be a thing. Like it has not. One funny thing is that it should not really make sense. Like if you have some idea that it could be even weird, you can create that kind of thing as well. And I believe like our music is pretty cool. The reason why we came up with this kind of animations idea is that we have animators that are really cool. I believe you guys see from the animations, like they can really nicely showcase the emotions or just kind of really short animations. But also we have really great sound guy, because like the music that we have like in the Alpaca Dash or DeFi or sounds are pretty cool. Like for me, like majority of the musics are really catchy, and I love the I love the way that our sound engineer and the musician kind of writes those songs and the soundtracks. And I believe the combination of those two will be pretty cool. So for the babies especially, it's even more important because babies are not really analyzing the storyboard and how deep it was and what actually the author actually meant with this quote, right? It's more about like just two things: what they see and what they hear. And as they see some funny things, they love that, and as they see vibrant colors, they love that, and like this kind of cute animations and cute shapes. And on the side, what they can hear, if they hear something that is pretty engaging, it's something natural for their ears to listen to, and it's not something that kind of damages their brain. I guess that's like a win-win situation. So we're gonna be going for that. I mean, like we're gonna try to do something at least, and we'll learn at least if we fail. But I believe it can do really well. No worries on that, sir. No worries. Are you going to hide some QR codes and stuff with some DFL rewards and NFTs? Absolutely, yes. That's the goal. That's 100% goal. Like having flushes with NFC stuff where you take your phone closely and you get the NFT or you get the QR DFL and you get the promo code, you get something. That's the goal. That's something that's going to be really cool with our toys. And I believe it's not just... I mean, like, it's going to have it all. Like, it's going to have like the looks. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be having really nice kind of softness and the flashiness. It's going to be having the rewards as well. And it's going to be unlocking you to the gaming. So what else parent or a kid might want from a toy? Like, you get a game. Not even one game. You get several games from one toy. Like in the computer. You have a plushie which is super adorable. You have this kind of NFT potentially, or the reward, or maybe we might even do like one-of-one giveaway. And in this collection, there are 100 alpaca collections coming of the toys. In 10 of them, there will be one-of-one alpacas. So good luck to you. So there are so many different things we can do with this. It's just like no-brainer to go and try that. So yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, I mean, like, we're not really kind of pinging anyone that, hey guys, we're gonna be having the farmer souls today, because there are two reasons. One is that if we do every time there is something happening, there might be too much pings. But also, every single Friday started in 2021, mid 2021 in the May, we have done every single Friday a farmer soul, so basically AMA, and people know that. So every Friday is 3 p.m. UTC time. Like in the next Friday and after that as well, the Friday, we're gonna be doing the farmer soul. So you don't even have to look. Just know that every three p.m. UTC time on Fridays. We're gonna be having the farmer souls, and you can ask any question. I'm not gonna skip any question. I'm not finishing before I answer every single question from you, from anyone in the community, and then I'm finishing. So currently we're doing 103rd Farmer Soul, our weekly AMA. So that actually, I believe, speaks a lot. And that's official ones. Like, we have done so many unofficial ones that we have done on the Twitter as well. Some we have done different kind of quick AMAs as well before we launch some products. So yeah, we've been doing this for a while. It's 4:30 a.m. for you. Oh man, you are pretty far in. I believe you should be in. I'm not sure where, like Australia. She should be something like Japan, Australia, there kind of side. But yeah, that's pretty commitment, I would say. Wouldn't normally be up this time, but I got testing invite. Yeah, I mean, you should test the game. So I mean, that's something worth it, I would say. But also, like, if you are not able to watch the, come and join us on the Farmer Souls, there are two ways you can come with this. One, we are always dropping the recap of the Farmer Souls in the community announcements. You can and tagging everyone and pinging everyone about that, so you can make sure to check out that for really quick understanding of like what we talked about this week. But also on the YouTube, if you Google, if you can search DeFi Land on YouTube, you're gonna find our channel, and there is every single recorded version of the Farmer Souls that we do on the Friday. So you can do any of those. Would you rather give discounts on flashes using the burning some DFL or just owning alpacas NFTs? Yes. Also, that's something I'm gonna confirm. Maybe not even burning. Maybe just even owning one could be a thing. But we'll see. Your package is fine. Stop saying that, sir. Would be great if you slow down your speaking just a little bit, please. Difficult for people who are not English first language. That could be a thing as well, because my English is actually my third language as well. So as I'm not really well spoken with English, it could be the reason why I'm going too fast to hide my non-verbal verbal issues in English, but like it's like my normal kind of speed, I would say. So yeah, I'm gonna try. Like I often get that. You're not the first one to say that. Starting from my mom and dad, just always pinging me, telling me to just slow down. But it's like something in persona, right? It's kind of hard to change once you are pretty adult out there. But yeah, but definitely I'll take that feedback for sure. No, I mean, like, I didn't really take any offense, just having fun. What's the second? Well, it's French. No, it's not French, but yeah, I'm not gonna say, but it's not French because I don't have really. I just know the bonjour, oui, and those kind of stuff. Not anything more. Yeah, I just speak like 4 languages, not really a lot. Like the 4th languages, I speak really badly, but yeah, other 2 I also speak well. But I mean, I guess I learned English by watching English stuff, like English movies, or like US movies basically, and some kind of other stuff as well. The content, and also playing the video games. You have to know the English, like if you play some video games, especially like online ones. So that's not really something to be happy or whatsoever. Are you thinking about expanding to alpaca t-shirts? Maybe you can confirm one t-shirt owning a plush or owning some DFL or something like that. Yeah, I mean, like, saying that is not enough. Before we do that, that's the way to go. Let's say we announce that if you have one of one, let's say you own alpaca, you will get the one of one t-shirt of your own alpaca in like coming month. I mean, like, that's cool, but like before it's there is not something. So of course we have those plans about the merch. We are still like figuring out the merch game, how to keep the shipping costs low, how to create some nice quality stuff around that. Before even Satoshi comes and asks like when Satoshi merch will be arriving. I mean, we're working on that, so it's definitely in the works. But we're not gonna promise or anything before it's delivered there, because that's the way. Stress terrible. Making about the numbers around alone stress me out. Yeah, the French is a little bit. I mean, like it's not really bad language to listen to, in my opinion. Like especially the songs are not really bad, and the people, but like people like hate everyone like in the France. Like if you, I'm not talking about anyone, but like from my experience in France, people really hate everyone out there, the locals. Yeah, basically how you cannot even trash talk people if you can't speak English, because like let's say there is some annoying guy just kind of pinging that you are bad in a video game and just telling you that you should delete this game, and you are something that the worst thing to happen to him today and so on. You have to know English to kind of make comeback, right? You have to roast him. You have to, and the cool thing is that you have to roast him the way it's not kind of aggressive or offensive, or you use no slurs or whatsoever, to be like, and that's like the most enjoyable thing. I'm like, it could be a thing, but like for me, when I remember like playing online games like a League of Legends and CS:GO, or like whatever, like I'm playing many games, the most enjoyable, like hands down most enjoyable experience that I was getting back then is when there's a guy starts to flame you out of nowhere, just because they are like they saw something or they saw something, and then you flame that back with like logic and really nice jokes and with really nice humor, and make them shut up. That's like the 100%. I'm like, that's the pure happiness. Like that's something that when my endorphins are the maxed out, that's like when my serotonin is like maxed out. Like that's actually something I really enjoy a lot. I have not done that in a while, but like when I remember like the stuff, and it's like 2 or 3 times more enjoyable if you do in a voice chat. If it's in like the text chat, it's okay, but like doing that in a voice chat, it's like 10 times enjoyable. I mean that's pretty yeah, for me that's like top experience from the gaming. Yeah, Crazy Baba is dropping some questionable edits of Almighty Alpacas. I would say like the questionable is like the least aggressive thing I can say, but yeah. So yeah, about several words about the Breakpoint as well before we kind of wrap it up. At the Breakpoint, it went pretty well. We had 2 different kind of one panel discussion and one solo presentation. The panel discussion was pretty great, I believe. We showcased. I believe had the most time to talk there, and I appreciate that. And I also kind of had a really nice, enjoyable conversation for 1 hour. We also had many listeners as well out there. So that's a cool thing. But also the solo presentation was pretty important, because in the solo presentation, even though I had just 10 minutes, I thought I was getting 20. So like my presentation was for 20 and everything was for 20, and getting just 10 was not really something that I thought. So just talking about stuff, especially kind of talking about the journey, is hard in just 10 minutes. So I thought I did my best in just 10 minutes. Hopefully I didn't really speak too fast there as well. But yeah, that was the thing. So, but I'm not sure if you guys can consider that. But after my speech, DFL had really after my presentation, the DFL had really big green spike. Like I believe it was 20% or 25% in the price action. So I believe like the presentation went well. I'll take that. But also we had so many different meetings. Like we met so many different people. I talked a lot like what DeFi land is, what alpacas are, what are we doing. That we are like the first ever game to launch on Solana. We've been here and we've been developing, even though there were not really many funds, like especially interested in gaming. Like there were just like several people just listening and just kind of walking around. Maybe there were funds, but no one was saying that they were funds. So it was kind of hard to kind of find those, and just we like randomly found 2 investment guys out there on the Breakpoint and the side events as well. So actually can exchange some kind of connections, and maybe they will be investing. Who knows? But the thing is that there have been it's been really nice experience. You can tell, right? Because it has we have met people who thought that DeFi Land was dead. There were people who thought that DeFi Land was just something like a yield aggregator or just the DeFi protocol or whatsoever. So we red pilled and educated a lot of people. So that's why it's really important. In 2024, I believe that having a booth or having a some kind of way to promote what we are doing and what we have done, and just kind of make every attendee learn about us will be the goal, if it would not cost like a lot of money. So the goal is to kind of have a booth or have a nice stand where we have our games going there. People can come and play and just learn more and just try themselves, and maybe even have like plushes and the merch and everything there. So that's the goal with the next year, because that will be really helpful. Because like currently it was just me going to the people and talking and just kind of trying to share as much as possible, and also the presentations. But the next year I'll try to have more presentations, longer presentations, but also have the booth and stuff to kind of promote everything that we have done started in 2021. But if I had to kind of rate the conference, I would say the conference was 8 out of 10 from like the content and the organizations and everything. And my experience in kind of what I could have done and what I did at the Breakpoint, I would rate like 8.5. Of course, I could have done more, and I could have talked with more and kind of reached to more people and just kind of connect. But I did decently. I would rate myself 8.5 out of 10 of that as well, if it makes sense. Where are we at? Do you think about creating wallpapers and sell them? I guess a lot of people buy them for phones or this stuff. I'm not sure because I have never bought any wallpaper, so I'm not really familiar with that business model or the even customers who do that. So maybe it's worth digging. Maybe it's worth something to explore. But from my current experience, I don't know anything about that. I have never paid money for the wallpaper. I just go in I guess since early childhood I just googled sick wallpapers 4K or whatsoever and downloaded that. But yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe that's something to explore. But once again, I prefer to explore and do the stuff that we know and our team has expertise in. But maybe it's something that can be really easily done and just is a nice revenue stream, maybe. But yeah, we'll keep that in mind. But thanks for letting me know, Duke. Would it be possible to create some non-profit alpacas with like below average stats? Yeah, that's actually the goal for players. So every single player who registers to the game, there will be airdropped the free-to-play NFT. So it's gonna be NFT. I'm gonna actually also let you guys know it's gonna be a compressed NFT, to basically to make it really cheap. But it's not gonna be almighty alpaca NFT. It's gonna be just like free-to-play NFT, which everyone can have and can interact and play with. So it's not gonna be like you cannot earn money from that. You cannot bet money on that or whatsoever. It's gonna be just for playing and just exploring the game and having exactly the same experience as the real players have. But you cannot. So free-to-play players will be racing with each other and the bots as well. But not with like the people who have the real almighty alpacas, because it's about the money, and free-to-play it's not about the money. And yeah, the goal is to kind of have tournaments. That's like the goal for Q1, Q2, 2024, but also self-customizable and organizable tournaments and kind of invite lobbies is a thing. So for example, that you guys can host the lobby. But to be honest, there is another thing I'm gonna share the alpha about that as well. As you will be the as you will own the ownership of the track, you will be able to host the lobby yourself. So that's how it's gonna work. Not everyone will be able to host the race, but as long as you're an owner or you have ownership around the track, then you will be able to host the races. So that's also additional thing that you guys will want to do while you want to be the owner of the track, because you also will be taking the fees from that the track generates. So yeah, that's just some alpha that I just quickly can share about. You guys are paying for wallpapers? Yeah, it's like a meme, right? Like, you guys are paying for wallpapers? I mean, I believe there will be. I have never been. I've been amazed already by a lot of things in life that, hey, people are paying money for this. Hey, what people are paying money? They're spending money on this. I've said that too many times. So currently, I'm not amazed by anything. So I believe like whatever you say and say that people are paying for that, I 100% agree, and I believe that there will be market for anything. Not able to win tokens, etc. How do you draw people into the game? It's not gonna be. We're gonna be having some kind of tutorial. Let's say, if you win 15 times in free to play, I'm just saying the random number. If you win 15 times in the free to play NFTs, let's say you have a free to play alpaca and you win 15 times, then you get airdropped 50k DFL, let's say. Or we have a leaderboard, and every single season, which season is going to be like 2 to 3 months, if you are on the leaderboard at the, like, let's say top 100 leaderboard leaders going to get the real alpaca. So that's going to be a thing. So it's not going to be like you can use that really easily, but it's going to be more like that way. So you will be able to play with free to play. You can also you'll be able to bet on other people's races as well, but you will not be able to race and kind of pay money with that, with those stuff. But yeah, definitely there will be rewards for free to play players to incentivize them to play, but also not incentivize them too much, but incentivize them enough so that they become more interested about the game and they buy the alpaca NFT themselves. So that's kind of the goal. We have people who joining now who think that we just started, but like we have already started for an hour ago. 1 hour ago. Just to kind of repeat, guys. It's 3 p.m. UTC time. 3 p.m. UTC time never changes. UTC is universal. So you can watch on the YouTube. That's one thing. You can also check the community announcements and just kind of see that as well and see how kind of what we talked about today. But yeah, we're gonna be doing always at 3 p.m. UTC. So you can check if you're in doubt when it's starting, just can Google 3 p.m. UTC and Google will tell you what time it is for you. Because like if we can adapt it to like this daylight kind of thing, then people might be even more confused, and like then we have to come back again. So, and not every country is going for the daylight kind of saving time zone change. So yeah, that's the way. 3 p.m. time is the 3 p.m. time, UTC. Invested and they're willing to add. Yeah, exactly. That's the way to get them hooked by the game and the gameplay, so that they invest all their winnings from the free-to-play leaderboard to get into the real gaming kind of thing. Will each FTP alpaca have same stats? I believe we might randomize a little bit, but like not really kind of any huge kind of difference. What I might say is that we are exploring that, but we might even do a drip house drop for compressed NFTs alpacas for free-to-play NFTs, because Drip House has a lot of users, and we might onboard a lot of people with the compressed NFTs of free-to-play NFTs dropping to them, so they can play the game for free. So that could be a really cool thing. And every single week we might do, or maybe we do a monster drops and do a random drop. So you get lucky, you might get a mythic free-to-play NFT. If you get unlucky, you're gonna get common free-to-play NFT. So that's something that we are exploring as well, but I believe it's pretty interesting. Can you start again? Several of us missed the clock change. I wish I could just gonna say everything I just said in 1 hour, but yeah, you can check the recordings. Recap will be pretty fast because Brook and Raha are like super fast on that, and as soon as I have that, I'm just might take like some time to kind of change that and adapt some things. And also I have to be online, and we'll share that in the community announcements. One does not simply get used to daylight savings time. That's true. But I'm pretty happy I don't have to get used to it. Will the free-to-play NFTs also have levels and skills? Yes. I believe so. If I would love to, if my backhand will not tell me anything bad. I mean, I'll have to check. I mean, I'm going to be honest. There are no free-to-play NFTs coming this year. There are no free-to-play NFTs coming. But in the future, in coming month, there is. So as long as there is no any limitation from our backhand, or it's not too complex to have them skills and levels, then yes. But we'll see. Hopefully it will have. That's what I can say. And with that being said, it's something for giveaways. Even for the people who are late and they are not yet used to daylight saving, we will do the giveaway. And even though you guys, we did the something special, and for the people we actually had a really little amount of the users coming today because of that, I believe as well. But we did the 50k DFL instead of 10k DFL. So I'm gonna continue that way. I'm gonna go with 50k DFL and do 50k DFL giveaways 3 times more. Appreciate that. I mean, like, we're trying our best to kind of that's the thing. Like, sometimes we wish to build something, but there are some technical limitations. Implementing this way might take a lot more time or much more resource. So those kind of things change. So what I'm not sure 100% about, I cannot say. But when I say something, that's because I'm 100% sure that we're going to deliver and do that. So thanks for your questions. Any Asset Dash news? So about the Asset Dash, I'm just going to tell that before we... Congratulations, Eloquent. That was a nice one. But before I say about the Asset Dash, before I do the giveaway, I'm gonna say about the Asset Dash. They did a little bit weird thing, and I'm not really big fan of exploiting anyone or just saying anything bad on anything. But like, hear me out, and that's really weird thing that they did to us. They reached out to us. They said that, hey, we want to implement the Asset Dash coin in your games. Let's do many different implementations. Let's do like the mini games. Let's do the coin flip. But coin flip sounds the best one. So let's do the coin flip integration, right? And they told us on the call that their CEO, right? They told us that let's do the integration because we're going to give you traffic, but also for our coin, there will be a new utility. So it's a nice use case for us. And so let's do that, right? It's a win-win situation. And I thought that's exactly a win-win situation. Why not to do that? And I love that about Solana teams, that we are doing stuff together. So I'm pretty happy about that, right? We spent 10 days or 2 weeks about integrating their API in our game. We spent time testing. We actually even changed the UI and UX and even the API back services to make them adaptable for the coin flip of the Asset Dash. And then when it's about to go live, like 2 weeks ago, it's about to go into production, their CEO calls me again and tells that, hey, let's get on the call. And we get on the call and they tell me, you guys actually have to pay $2,000 per month for this integration. And I'm like, we have to pay you $2,000 per month for your token, for giving your token utility, and they have never ever mentioned paying anything. I even asked before, is there anything that we have to either like paid? Is it free? And they said like we're giving you guys users, you are giving us the utility. So it's like a win-win situation. It's like about Solana ecosystem, the teams and people like getting together and so on. It's like those talk, and I saw that that's the way. Like I actually been building on Solana for 3 years. I had like done many different partnerships, and like it was first time that the guy lied to me and actually just told me that it's a win-win situation. And then like before it go, and the cool thing is that they made us integrate first. They made us test it. They made us do change the UI and UX, and then they tell us that you have to pay. Isn't it really beautiful? that's so weird, right? Like I felt so disrespected by that. I didn't really go and I'm not gonna go in the trash talk on Twitter. I'm not really just gonna drama guy and something like that. It was my experience with this guy. It was my bet that I thought that they were cool, I guess. And he played that hey, we're just gonna have to charge you guys, like the business, and like we just have to because we're bringing a lot of things, right? So no, the asset dash. So I'm not basically going to I'm like, they said that you guys, hey, let's partner up in the future with Alpaca. Dump, right? Like just people who are behaving this way is not okay. It's something that is disrespectful. It's basically straight up lying. It's pretty much straight up just like making us do the work and then just telling us that. I mean, come on, right? It's the lowest level you can ever get in the business. And once again, I'm not gonna go and just trash talk or whatsoever. I'm just gonna, I have not even told this because guys, I'm not that guy. I don't really love to kind of publicly just try to trash talk anyone or just make some bad comments about anyone, right? You guys just asked me about what happened. That's why I'm just giving this information. I'm not gonna give any other details like how what I said, what he said, what we did, and like how we exchanged the words or whatsoever. That's like the private conversation. I respect that, but like, yeah, when you do this, it's like the worst thing you can do as a business kind of owner or a founder or a CEO or whatever, right? So yeah, that's the thing.